So, good evening, everyone, and I welcome you to this session on everything in Excel. So, basically, we are going to learn Excel from very basics, like understand what different functions and formulas are in Excel, what is the speed, what are different options we can explore in Excel. Okay, there is a very basic, it's a very fundamental tool which is used for data analysis and recording data and manipulating data and doing a lot of things with data. Okay. My approach to using Excel is to use it as a software where I can automate my tasks. I can save some time on a day-to-day work. Okay, so that is what my objective of taking this session, so that I can teach you how all how you can save your time with the Excel tricks and the concepts of Excel, right? So I'm going to share my screen now, and first I'm going to show you like what all is there in this course, what I'm going to cover, what all topics I'm going to cover. It is going to be live every day, Monday to Friday. On Saturdays, we are going to take a quiz session for the week, what we have done in the next for the last 5 days. We are going to revise everything on Saturday. On Sunday, it will be off. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen, and let us just have a walkthrough uh, over the syllabus first. I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So basically, like I've divided the course into two parts. One is basic and one is advanced. Okay. So when we talk about basic Excel, uh, basically it means that we are understanding the basic features of Excel. Okay. So in the first session, to begin with, we'll talk about the interface, the worksheets, data entry, rows and columns, how you can modify the rows and columns, how you can do different stuff in Excel. And then we move to formulas like autofill, how to have the autofill option, how to do calculations, how to have auto sum, how to use absolute or relative references, how to use different text functions. Then we move to formatting, charts and tables, and workbook management. How do you save your Excel file? How can you share it with people and all this stuff? How you can manage your print area, set print area, all these things. So this is a part of basic course. Okay, generally it takes 5 to 10 hours. Like session, 1 week will be enough to cover all these basic functions and to make you comfortable with Excel. Then once we are done with this, then we'll move to the advanced level of Excel. So in the advanced level, we move to a different set of formulas, like which are of advanced level. So we move to date and time function, text functions, basic conditions, if and else, okay, and nested if, okay. So to test conditions, then we will learn how to use the name manager, then how we can use different functions like VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, SUMIF, error functions, and all this thing. And once you learn all this, then we will see how we can do what if analysis. That is again a very important tool used to create data from different sources, like data stories and predict the data. We will also learn how to do conditional formatting with charts, where you can disclose different information, different way, highlight important information. And finally, we'll end up this course with pivot tables and creating dashboards in Excel. Okay, some interactive dashboards. And also I will introduce you to the concept of VBA programming with AI, how we can integrate AI with Excel, and we will have a session on financial functions also, which you can use in your day-to-day life. So this is the itinerary for the Excel course basically. So it almost cover everything which is generally required when you are using Excel, okay, as a software, as a tool. So to start with, today I'm going to introduce you some basic concepts in Excel. Okay, and I would like to ask from you, like, how long you have been using Excel? Just give me a number in the chat box. How long you have been using Excel? Like 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years. Just give me a number in the chat box. आपको कितना समय हुआ है एक्सेल के साथ काम करते हुए? Like how long you have been using Excel? मे बी बेसिक, बहुत अगर आपने बेसिक भी यूज करा है तो भी आप कब से यूज कर रहे हैं आप मुझे ये बताइए. I want to have some responses. So we have got one response from Nupur. 7 years. Okay, that's quite long. What about others? Satyajit, what about you? How long you have been using Excel? Okay. So Nupur, can you explain more about what all you have used in Excel? Like what all you know and how you have used Excel and uh, where actually you get to use it when you're at work? Like what all tasks generally you do with Excel?
Like preparation of uh, agenda for the
Okay,
board meeting, and then like if some MIS is to be prepared, then for
okay,
that purpose, preparing some compliance trackers.
okay,
But again, what happens that uh, uh, while calculation of some insurance
uh-huh,
premium and so what happens that some advanced Excel this features are required, which I don't know how to use them. At that time, I feel that no, if I would have known this, I could have done this more better.
exactly. So the idea is to show you the different ways you can update your Excel skills or knowledge and which you can apply at work. Okay, the idea is this. So since many of the participants over here, some have could not join, they will be joining now, I guess. So most of the participants are professionals who come to my sessions. So my purpose is very clear that I don't want to teach the normal way of using Excel. I want to teach you like how you can use Excel in an advanced manner so that whatever task you are doing, you get a better way of doing it. Okay, you understand a better way of doing the particular task. Okay, and that is the objective. And in today's session also, I will show you some different ways in which you can use Excel. Okay, so let us start with this session now, and let me introduce you to the first concept. We will begin with the very basics, that is the Excel screen. Because what happens is we use Excel, but when someone asks us, like, what does it mean? What is this called? We don't really know the name of the tool or the area, right? So the first thing that we shall begin with is the screen, Excel screen. Okay. So can you see my screen? Can you see an Excel image on the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So basically, when you open an Excel, acha, how do you come? Can I ask you like what version of Excel you are using right now? So Excel has different versions. So when you go to the file and account, you will be able to see what version of Excel you're using. Like for example, I'm using Excel 365. Can you check and tell me like what version of Excel you are using? What version of Excel are you using?
Mine also 365.
Okay. And what about you, Nupur? Have you logged in through your laptop? Like, is your Excel open? Uh, can you check like what version of Excel you're using for? So basically, 365 is the the latest version of Excel, which I'm using, and which has all the features, latest features. Okay. So now let us explore the different tools and the screen. What is this called? So when we say what we do is when we okay see the first thing that you see like BBA 1A Excel Basics Day 1 and Day 2 see Alok Sethi, this is called as a title bar. So where you when you open a new Excel, you will see book one. Book one is called as a title bar. It shows the name of the Excel file, right? Secondly, after the title bar, you have a tab where you have different names like home, insert, data, page layout, draw, formulas, review, help. Okay, AI aided formula editor and picture format. All these things are there. This is basically called as a menu bar or the tabs. Different tabs. These are called as tabs. Okay. Now, when you click on any tab, particular tab, you will see some set of commands over here on the tab. You will see a set of commands over the tab. Those commands, the area which contains all the commands, that is called as a ribbon. What is that called? It is called as ribbon.
Level.
Yeah. So this ribbon has different commands. Okay. So we have clipboard, font, alignment, number, style, cell, editing, all. And these are divided into segments, which are called a section of group. Okay. So each group has a specific task they can perform. Okay. For example, this alignment will do all the alignment, all the cell alignment. Like if you want to move the cell to the content to the left or right, you can do the alignment with the alignment section. If you want to change the color of the font, you can do the from the font section. So when you change the tab, it shows you different uh, icons. Okay, different icons over here. Correct. So this is called as a ribbon. Now beneath the ribbon, you will find different commands over here, these buttons over here. This is called as quick access toolbar. This is called as quick access toolbar. Why it is called quick access toolbar? Because we can quickly access the data from this bar. Okay, quick access. We can quickly access the data. And this, what you see here, is called as a name box. It has the name of the current cell. So if you see that my active cell is now A1. When I move my cell to A10, it will show me an active cell as A10. When I click on this picture, it is showing me picture 2. So that means I've inserted this as a picture in my Excel. Okay. Now, just after this name box, you see a text bar where you can type something. Okay, this is called as a formula bar. So whatever you type in the formula bar, it will show in your active cell. Okay, whatever you type in your formula bar, it will show in the active cell. So whenever you have to do any calculation in Excel, we generally use is equals to sign, and then we can put any calculation like 100 multiplied by 220. So it will be 2000. So that is the calculation. So all the calculations are preceded by equals to sign. Now people what they don't know is you can put a plus sign also and it will give you the same result. And if you put a negative symbol over here, then also it will give you a same result but with a negative symbol. Okay. So equals to plus or minus can be used to activate the formula or to have any calculations. Correct. So this is what is the toolbar. This has all the features in our sheet which we are doing. Okay. Now beneath you will see some tabs. Okay, so these are basically called as worksheets. These are worksheets. So when you click on any sheet, you get moved to that sheet. Now I will like to ask you one question over here. Suppose I have 50 sheets in my Excel. I want to see like what all sheets are present in the Excel. How can I see all the sheets at one go? Have you ever experienced that, Nupur? If you're listening to me, can you answer this? If I have multiple sheets in my Excel and I want to see the name of all the sheets together, how can I do that? Or Satyajit, whatever, like whosoever.
Sir, can you repeat once again? Means there is multiple sheets of Excel. You want to
eh,
see,
the
sorry.
names of the sheet. So there are five sheets at present in my Excel, and you can read all the names, right? So if there are many, okay, let me insert some more multiple sheets. So when I insert multiple sheet, you see sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, sheet four. But when I insert more, you don't get to see the names of all the sheets. Okay, so after sheet five, you'll see six, seven, and also. I want
Mhm.
a list of all the sheets together. How can I get a list? Any idea about this?
No, sir, I have no idea.
Okay, now let me show you that. So what you need to do is you need to right click on the any sheet name, so just right click on it, okay, and in that or just double click on it. Do not right click. On the left hand side of the first name, when you double click on this area, it will pop up the all the sheet names. Okay, so here it is showing one sheet of 20. So this means this Excel has 20 sheets, but we want to see all the names. Okay, so yes, here it is. When you click on this arrow, okay, this arrow actually moves the sheet, okay, towards the left and right. But when you right click on this arrow, do you see this activate a window over here? Can you see this window? Can you see this window?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this window, you will get an option to move to any sheet that you want to move to. Okay. So you can move to any sheet. So suppose I want to move to sheet number 10. I can just click on sheet number 10 and let's say okay. So I am on sheet number 10. Okay. So we can say this is a let us say demo sheet. So I have given this name of demo sheet to this. Okay. Now again I move back to my first sheet. Now I want to arrange those sheets particularly. Basically, I want to bring this demo sheet on top. How can I bring that demo sheet? As how can I make the demo sheet as the first sheet? Any idea? How can we sort the sheets? So when you right click on this sheet, you will have an option of move or copy. Okay. So what I want is I want to have my demo sheet at the first place. So I can just click on this and let's say move, and it will open another window, and where I want to move it, I can just select that sheet and click on OK. So now you see that my demo sheet is the first sheet now, and the second one is Excel screen layout. Can you see that?
Yes,
Can
sir.
Yes, yes. Great. Okay, so now let us begin with some more things. Okay, so this is how you can these are the basic terms in Excel basically. Okay, so when you click on this workbook statistics, you see all the statistics in the Excel sheet. Okay, so how many cells, how many sheets you have? 20 cells with data is 123 tables. There are zero formulas. There are zero images. There is one image. There is no formula table and cells within the cell within the data with data in the particular sheet. Okay. Now let us move to the Excel terms. So this is very basic. I've kept this very basic because I wanted to take you through the very like I wanted to make the foundation strong. So I'm taking all the basic things today. Okay. So let us. You might already know this, so I will just go a little fast over here. If you want to understand anything, you can stop me over there. So first thing is the workbook. What is a workbook? So collection of multiple sheets in Excel is called as a workbook. Correct? Worksheet. The individual sheet is called as a worksheet, which is a combination of row and column. What is a cell? Cell is the smallest unit in the Excel where you can enter any data. So it is made by the intersection of row and column. Okay. So it is represented by an alphabet and number. So all the alphabets represent the column and all the numbers represent the row. Okay. So here I have created an acronym HRCV. So HRCV means that rows are horizontal and columns are vertical. Columns are vertical, rows are horizontal. What is an active cell? Active cell is that cell where you see this green border, this grid line. Okay. So can you tell me what is the active cell position now? What is the active cell number which I am on? What is the active cell position? Which cell I am on right now? You can type or you can answer by unmuting yourself. Like which is the active cell? Hope I am audible. So we can see that H or G13 is the active cell right now. So if I type is equal to cell, okay, and open the bracket, it will give me different type info type. So what information I want to get? Suppose I type one, or let's say I type name. Okay, let me leave that. So we are on the active cell, which is G13. Ribbon, I had explained, formula bar, name box, and tabs I have explained. Okay. Now, what about the layout? So we have title bar, quick access toolbar, ribbon, formula bar, work area, scroll bar, worksheet, and status bar. Okay. Now, let us start the first topic. How do you create a custom list in Excel? Okay. Now, what is a custom list? Can anyone tell me, like, what is a custom list? Okay, Nupur, can you hear me? Nupur, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Acha, can you tell me any five forms that you fill in that is required?
Custom list, I am not aware about.
No problem. Can just give me any five forms that you use in IAD ROC. Any five forms name which you use very frequently. Or let us say if anyone wants to register a company, what are the documents required to register a company? Okay, just give me a list of documents. So we can say that a PAN card of director, a KYC documents. So PAN card, Aadhaar card, then passport, bank account, okay, and photograph. What else? Do we require any other stuff?
PIN number.
What number? DIN number. Yes. Okay.
PIN number.
DIN number. Okay. Then
Address.
address, registered address of the company. So registered.
No, director's address, personal.
Okay, personal address. So that will come from the Aadhaar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can write down our address of director also. Then maybe mobile number and email ID. Okay. So
Yes.
basically, these are the information that we want to collect from a director. Okay. Now, every time when you create an Excel sheet, okay, you want this particular list. Okay. So now generally what we do is we type 1 and 2 and then we drag the numbers. Okay, so there are 9 numbers. Okay, 9 things that are required from the director to do a to start a company basically. Okay, and let's say 10, and we want the objective of the proposed company as well as the name. Three options actually, three proposed names. So we want this list to be there every time. Okay. Now what you can do is you can automate this list. Okay. And I was telling you that to create 1 to 11, what you do is you type all these numbers. Now let me show you something which can save a lot of time. Okay. And this will be new to you. So this is one function which I'm showing you, which is called a sequence. Have you heard of this sequence function? Have you
No,
ever?
no,
No.
no.
Okay. So what I did is I just typed is equal to sequence and 11 in bracket. Okay. And let me hit enter. Now see what do you get? What do we get as a result of this
Numbering of the,
numbering of the rows? Okay. So we
right.
got some numbers. Yeah, we got some numbers. Okay. And you just might have noticed that I've inserted a row above. Okay. There was no row above. I wanted to write down serial number and the document required. Okay, but there is no row. Now, how do we insert? How do you generally insert a row in Excel? Tell me. How do you insert a row in Excel?
Yes, by clicking over there and right click and then select insert and then row.
Exactly. So you go to this column, this row, you select and then you insert it, right? Let me show you another approach of doing this thing. Okay. So what you need to do is we need to select the first row, right? So shift and space bar will allow you to select the entire row. And then next, what you need to do is you need to press Control and plus key. So I'm just typing over here, shift plus space bar will insert a row, and shift plus control plus a plus actually will, sorry, this is going to insert a row and this is going to select a row. So first you select and then you insert. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now we can write down serial number over here and then document required. Okay, now let me show you something very interesting. Okay, now what we can do is we know that this list is required multiple times. So what you can do is you can copy this list. Okay, so what I've done is I've selected the list and pressed Control C. Okay, are you all with me?
Yes,
Then you go to File menu. You go to File menu. You go to the File menu. You go to the File menu. Wait. Why the File menu is not? Just a moment. So now we go to the File menu. Let me do one thing. Let me copy this into another new sheet in Excel. Okay, so yeah, I have copied this in another sheet in Excel. Okay, and in that sheet we are going to see all this thing. So now once you have copied this, okay, once you have copied this list, what you'll do is you'll go to the file menu. In the file menu, you'll go to options. Okay. In the file menu, you go to options. In the options, what you do is you go to advanced. Okay, go to advanced. So file menu and options, and in options you go to advanced, and in the advanced when you scroll down towards the end, you will see something called as create list for use in sorts and fill sequence, edit custom list. Do you see this added custom list?
Yes.
Click on this. So once you click on this, you will see that there is a custom list which is already available. Okay, so these are the, sorry, let me go again, edit custom list. So there are some lists which are already present in Excel. Okay, we want to create a new list, so we'll say add. Okay, and we will copy, we'll paste what we have copied. Okay, so let me, yeah. So we want to import the list actually. So import the list from cells. So my list is there in cell number B2 to B12. So it has already taken that range B2 to B12. And now let me say add. Okay. Now when I click on add, you will see a list appearing over here. So first let me I'll have to click on import. Okay, so when I click on import, it is showing me all the entries over here. Can you see PAN card of director, Aadhaar card of director, passport of director, all these things?
Yes.
Now when you click on add, okay, and click on OK. Okay, now let us see what has happened. Okay, and click on OK here. So what I did is I just created a custom list. Okay, now I'm on a blank sheet. Okay, and now what I'm doing is I'm typing PAN card of director, the first one in the list, PAN card of director. Okay, this I've typed. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the sheet, this cell, and I'll drag it down. I'll drag it down till the 11th row. And now what do you see? Do you see the entire list coming?
Yes.
Yes. Now one more thing. We will say documents required from director. Documents required from director. Okay. Now, what I did is I had to first type PAN card of director, PAN card, and then I dragged it, give me the entire list. Now I will not do that also. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am selecting the entire list with the title documents required from director, and now I am going to my data tab, my formula tab, sorry, formula tab. In the formula tab, you will see something called as name manager. Name manager. Have you seen? Have you ever used name manager?
No.
No. Okay. So now we have Uday also. Uday, have you ever used a name manager in Excel? So go to formula bar, and in the formula bar, select the sheet, the list, and you will see something coming up which says new name. Okay, so I went to the formula bar and name manager and I clicked on new. So it is saying documents required from director. Okay, so we will say docs. Okay, and I will name it as dir docs. So director docs. Okay, and it will, for my reference, I can write docs list of documents docs required from director for incorporation. Okay. So what we have done is we have created a name range. We have created a name range. Now, what is the purpose of doing this? What is the purpose of doing this? Let me show you again. Okay, let me show you what is the purpose of doing this. So I am in a new sheet now. I'm in a new sheet. Okay, it is a blank sheet. Can you see this blank sheet now? Everyone, can you see the blank sheet? Can you see the blank sheet? I'm on a blank sheet now. Can you see that? Blank sheet.
Hear your voice, sir.
Not getting my voice.
Yeah. It's getting stuck. Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
getting stuck in between sometimes.
okay. Now is it proper? Now
No,
can you hear me?
it's good, sir. Now
Yes.
it's good.
Okay, fine. So I'm on a blank sheet. Now what I'll do is I will just type is equal to and docs. Okay, is equals to docs. And let me press enter. And now, and what do you see now? What do you see now? What do you see now? Have we got the list? We have got the list. Okay, so what is the use of creating a name range? What is the benefit of creating a name range? The benefit is whenever you want to have this range, you can copy, you can just type the name and you'll give you the answer. Is it better now? Can you am I audible now properly?
Now audible in between, I think there is some network issue, so it got stuck up in between.
Yeah. In between, it's getting cut, sir. The voice. Now it's okay. Now it's fine.
Oh, okay, fine. So what I wanted to explain is that so if you know the features of Excel, which are generally not known to people, you can use them uh, to automate your tasks. So what we did is, so when I open a new sheet, and in the new sheet is equal to, and I type dir docs and I press enter, I don't get anything. But when I type pen card of director and I just double click on this or I just drag it, I get all the list. Can you see the list here? Can you see the list?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So this is the idea. This is the idea behind using name ranges. Okay, so that was one technique which I wanted to show. One thing that I wanted to show you, which you might not have used at work. Okay. Now another another thing. Now suppose you are preparing a checklist. You are preparing a checklist. What you have got and what you have not got. Okay, you are preparing a checklist. What you have got and what you have not got. So
Hey,
how do
Raja.
we
चलो झोपो बेटा.
So when you are preparing the checklist, what you generally do is you say status. Okay, so we can say status. So we can say yes or no, receive, not receive, like that. We will put something receive, not receive. Okay. Now instead of that, what we can do is we can have an option to put a tick, a checkbox. We can have an option to put a checkbox. Okay, so am I better now? Is it better now? The voice?
Now it's fine, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So basically, so what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to create a checkbox. Okay. So now for that, we need to go to the developer tab, and in the developer, we'll say insert, and we will say this, we'll select this button over here. Okay, in the developer tab, you will see this button. And what I'll do is I will just create this button over here. Okay. So this is a checkbox which I've created. It is showing me some text. I don't want any text, so let me remove this text. I can copy this, okay, and I can paste. Let me uncheck this, copy this, and I can paste this in all the cells. Okay, so do you see this checkbox over here in all the rows? Okay, if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size of this also. Okay, to make it look big. Okay, so we can increase the size of this. Now, whenever any document has been given or not given, you can just simply put a checkbox. Okay, you or your staff, whatever, whoever is working on the client, okay, they can simply put a checkbox over here. So we can just tick, 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 tick. Okay, and then at the end, you can check how many documents have been received or not received. Okay, so you will see the status over here. Okay, so if I want to check whether the document is received or not, so is equal to, and if I put this, it is showing me 0. And if I say, it is again showing 0. Okay, but yeah. So what we can do is we can put a filter over here in the status, and so these checkboxes are one way of getting the results. Okay, so we can put a checkbox. So do you have the developer tab active in your sheet? Do you see the developer tab? Do you have the developer tab?
Sir, no, sir. This Excel, is it some different version or what?
No. So let me tell you like how where you will see the developer tab. Let me tell you. So what you need to do is you need to go to the file menu again, and in the file menu you will go to options, and in the options you will go to customize ribbon. Okay, so file menu, options, and customize ribbon. In the customize ribbon, on the right hand side, where you see this customize this ribbon, okay, here you will see a in your Excel. Can you now see that developer tab? Can you now see the developer tab? Have you activated it? Do you see the developer tab? Okay, so after you
Which is the developer tab here, sir?
uh, so
AI added formula.
no. This one, the one which is there on my left hand side, the one after the file menu, the one after the file menu.
Yes, yes,
That
yes, yes. You can see
so
now.
in your Excel also there is a developer tab. Can you see in your Excel it is there or not?
So this developer tab option will be available on all versions or what, sir? Or
Yeah, yes,
some?
yes. It is available in all, but you just need to
Okay,
activate it. So how do you activate?
okay, okay.
So you go to customize ribbon. You go to customize ribbon, and in the customize the ribbon, you will have one developer written over here. You just need to put a checkbox over here. It is generally unchecked. Let's say this automate. This also unchecked. So when I click on it, and I'll say OK. So now in my Excel, you will see a automate tab also. Okay. So So this is the developer tab and you will see more tabs. So you can customize the way your Excel looks. Getting it? Now, do you see our automate tab which was not there before on my Excel? I'm just zooming in. Can you see the automate tab now on my Excel? Automate.
Yeah, yeah. You can see it, sir. Your Excel looks totally different, sir.
I have customized it. Yeah, actually I have customized it. So that is why it looked different. Okay. Now you might be having a white color background in Excel, right?
Yeah,
Let me show you how do you customize it.
yeah.
So when you go to options, okay, option is the area where you
Hmm.
can customize this Excel. So in my Excel, you see that the font is appearing bigger, these numbers are
Yeah.
appearing bigger. Why? Because I put the font size is 36. Now I'm making it 18. Okay, I can make it 24. Okay. And here my username, I put my username, okay, as the Alok Sethi. Office theme, I've selected black. Now, suppose I want a white theme, I can say white and I click on OK. So we need to close it. Okay. So now you see my Excel has turned white color now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And even the font which was appearing bigger, that A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now they are appearing quite smaller as compared to
Yes.
our earlier. Yeah. So that is how you can customize your. Okay. Now there is one more thing which you will find interesting in my Excel, which might not be there. So there is a button called as Speak Self in my Excel. Okay. Now I'm clicking on it, and you just listen what you hear now. Did you hear that?
No, sir, we missed your voice, sir.
No, my actually. So
Yes.
okay. Let me play it again. I clicked on a button which is Speak Cell. Okay, I did not say anything, but the system was okay. Let me share my screen again with sound. Actually, I had not shared the sound, so that is why you could not hear maybe. Let me share it again so that you can hear that sound also. So just give me one moment. Yes, same sound. So there are many things which are actually unexplored, which as a normal Excel user, people don't explore. But yeah, now I'm sharing a screen again. I hope the screen is now visible to you. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on this speak button and see what do you hear now.
PAN card of director. Aadhaar card of director. Passport of director. Bank account of director.
Do you hear this sound? Do you hear
Yes, now
this?
we heard.
Yeah, sir, yeah.
Yes. So actually Excel can speak also. Now suppose you want to share this screenshot, okay, this list with someone on WhatsApp. So what do you do? You take, how do you take a screenshot? This is how
Control
I
plus
take
print scan.
Shift, Control Shift and then
Control Shift and S maybe.
one.
Okay. Yeah, one.
One.
Okay. But now what happens is when you take the screenshot of the screen and suppose you change anything. Okay. I've taken the screenshot. If I want to change anything, when I change anything, will the change reflect in the screenshot? If I change anything, will that change reflect in the screenshot? That is what I'm asking. Yes or no? Will it reflect or will not reflect? Suppose I take a screenshot. Okay, so let me delete this one. Let me change anything over here. Let's say passport front and back. I'm writing front and back. Okay. Now here is the image. So this is let me show you again. This is screen clipping tool in Excel. So when you click on it, it will ask you to select an area. I've selected this area. Okay, it will display a image of this. Okay. Now see, I'm writing passport and in bracket I'm writing front and back. Wait. Okay, this will not show. This is the one way. Like now, when I click on camera, okay, and I select this. Just a minute. So this is one way of taking a screenshot. I can copy it and I can paste it to anyone like who I want to share it with. Okay, let's say. Okay, so I've shared it with you, Nupur, on your WhatsApp. You can check. So this is the list that like this is the benefit of taking a screenshot in Excel itself. You do not have to use any other command. You can just click on this any button and that will help you with the screenshot. If you want to check any spellings, you can click on the spelling and it will create,
Yes.
will check you've got, right? Now
Right.
suppose, I do some mistakes over here. So I'm just removing this E from here. From the photo, I'm removing O. Okay, and there are some mistakes. You want to check the spelling. So when you click on this, it will actually check the spelling and it will tell you if there are any errors. I don't know, you can't say. Let me click on this spelling. Okay, it's not representing right now, not giving, but it generally gives you the error also. Okay, so these are some things which are new, which are like which can be explored. Okay, and this is how I teach Excel when I take my Excel classes. Okay, so now tomorrow also we will have one more session because now I will have Power BI session after this. So I will be uh, we'll end the session for Excel over here, and then I'm going to start with Power BI now. Okay, I think Abhinandan, you have joined this session, but we are going to end this up. I will share one more link in the groups for Power BI, okay, so you can join that one. Okay, because this session is going to end here now. So, and even those who are interested in learning what is Power BI, they can join me. Okay, I think people are coming here, but. Okay, so I hope you must have got an idea of how differently Excel can be used and what is the different applications we can work on in Excel. Okay, so that is all for today's session in Excel. Okay, now I'm going to continue with Power BI. But for Power BI, we will have a different login ID and password. Okay, I will be sharing the same in the group immediately. So those who want to join for Power BI session, they can join with that link. Okay, I'm ending this session over here, and tomorrow also at 8:30 we will continue from here itself. Okay. Uh, right. Okay. So I'm sharing the Power BI link and you can join from there. Okay. Thank you.